practice go?
It was good. It was good to see people come out here and compete. We're finally getting into practice, and I feel like we had a good first day. We just got to keep going. Come back on Wednesday. We're gonna watch the film, learn from it, and get ready.
With the one quarterback with some experience, some game experience, do you feel like this is your position to lose?
I mean, everybody feels like it's their position to win. But for me, yeah, I've had experience. I have the the film to look back on. I've played in a few games, so obviously I feel like I have some experience on the other guy. So I'm just gonna. But it's anybody's position to take. You know what I mean? If someone steps up, everyone has to compete every day. I gotta do the same. Everyone. Even when you have an established starter, someone's still competing to get that spot. You never know when it can be taken. So just gotta come out here, still compete, and then just be hungry and act like it's a position to win for me. So.
What did you get out of the game experience last season?
Well, I mean, the speed of the game. That's the biggest transition from high school to college. The speed of the game. Once you get up here, everyone's flying around. Everyone's their best player from their high school. Everyone has the speed. So that was the biggest transition. So playing in those games helped me understand that speed and get the experience I need.
What did you learn about being in a quarterback competition basically last season?
Every day you have to come out here and compete. There can't be an off day. You can't have today was a bad day. You gotta just forget each rep and just keep moving on and take one rep at a time. If you mess up, you just gotta move on. Have the poise, composure to keep going. You can't ever just have a bad drill and all that kind of stuff. You just have to keep going.
Zack, how would you describe what's put on your shoulders and any quarterback that is a part of Schramm's offense, the schemes, the terminologies, and everything like that? I mean, what is it like in terms of what's put on you in terms of decision making?
There's a lot put on you, but that's what you ask for in a quarterback. You're a quarterback. You got to take all the blame and take all the glory. So when you have all that on your shoulders, that's kind of what you ask for when you commit to being at a school to be the quarterback. You already know that's what's coming. So you got to be ready for that. You just gotta have the poise to understand that there's gonna be good times, and in the bad, it's gonna be bad times. But you just gotta keep your head high and keep going and learn from it. So.
It'll be nice to have obviously Martez is coming back, but with the receivers, there's a lot of turnover and quarterbacks as well. But has it been nice that a lot of the guys that you will be throwing to, are some of the guys that you worked with, obviously with the twos and maybe even before that last year?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose a 1,000-yard receiver, who was good, Josh Harper, in the draft this year, there's a little bit. Obviously an experience once you go down from there, but we have a lot of good guys coming up. Delvon Hardaway and Keyshawn, who are working hard every day. We have Peck obviously returning, and JJ, who are good guys. And obviously we've been working all off season, and like you said, taking those reps last year with them, like Keyshawn with the twos. I've been taking reps with Keyshawn a lot since last year, so it definitely helps. So I have building those relationships with the receivers.
We can't talk to Kilton or Chasen, but how would you describe just the way you guys are, as tight as you guys were last year with that group?
Yeah, Chasen, I was really tight. Oh no, Kilton. I was really tight with Kilton last year, him being last year, and we're really good friends and all that. He came out here. He's competing good, but I was really impressed with Chasen today. Coming out here your first day, I know it's hard. He's coming straight out of high school. Our defense does a lot, but he handled it, and he had his up and downs, but he kept fighting, and he goes in there with confidence. So I think he did good today, and he absorbed a lot, so he'll learn.
Were you surprised at all? I mean, with how close all of you were you surprised at all when Brian said he didn't want to come back?
I'm not really comfortable talking about that, so I think that's better for coach or somebody.
Could you have imagined going into your second spring being the veteran of the group?
No, I mean, obviously that's kind of different. Being I'm still a sophomore here, so being the oldest guy is kind of different. But just take adversity.
When you're going through the drills and you're listening to Coach Schramm, anything in particular that you're focusing on as far as sharpening up this spring?
There's a few things. Just having that confidence and holding the pocket. I need to work the pocket, a lot better than I did last year, and then just be able to lead the team and put us in the best situation to win.
Looking back at that film and seeing how you were in the pocket, what did you learn from that, and what are you trying to implement this spring?
Just being able to work the pocket better. Mm-hmm. I've been working on that since we got back from the break, and I need to show that in these spring practices and just watch the film and get better. So be ready for that Wednesday and the rest of the practices.
Mm-hmm. Zack, anybody knows obviously your story from when you came up with the Elite 11 camp and everything, just from high school to even a couple of years now here with Northern Valley, what has changed the most with you in terms of being a quarterback, I think?
Changed most of me, I'd probably say. I think just growing up, it's a different offense. I came from a different offense in high school, and just understanding schemes, understanding defenses. No matter what offense you're in, you got to understand what the defense is doing. And I think that's one aspect where my game has grown a lot. I understand what defenses are doing, understand coverages, blitzes, where things come from, the terminology, how to talk about it, discuss it, with the coaches and all that stuff. So I think that's where I've grown probably the most, and hopefully it shows in this coming year.
All right.